Some NFL players could have bought an island, but instead, they bought tigers, monkeys, Hello Kitty cars, tree houses, rocket ship statues, and gold-plated gym equipment. From ridiculous cars to exotic pets, here are the weirdest and most outrageous ways NFL players blew millions of dollars, and one of them nearly got arrested for it. Let's get into it. NFL star Rob Gronkowski once made one of the weirdest purchases ever, a custom monster truck. It was huge, loud, and looked like something from a movie. Built just for fun, it cost hundreds of thousands of dollars. Gronk used it to cruise around like a superhero. With giant tires, crazy power, and a sound system that could shake the street, this truck was more of a toy than a car. While most players buy sports cars, Gronk chose to drive over them instead. It was wild, over the top, and totally Gronk. Who needs a Lamborghini when you have a monster truck? But not every player goes big, some go tiny, like Antonio Gray. Antonio Gray is one of the fastest players in the league, but his car is small and slow. He got a Hello Kitty smart car. It's bright pink and has cartoon designs all over it. The headlights even have fake eyelashes. The car cost around $20,000, and Antonio Gray says it keeps him grounded and reminds him not to take life too seriously. It may not be fast, but it definitely turns heads. Now let's move from small cars to something a lot more dangerous. Former NFL player Darnell Dockett once said he bought a real tiger and named it Buddy. The tiger cost him over $100,000. He posted pictures and videos online and even joked about bringing it to practice. But there was a problem. Tigers are illegal to own in many states, including the one he lived in. He almost got in serious trouble for it. In the end, the tiger never moved in, but the story became famous. If you think that's wild, wait until you hear about the Donkey Kong. DK Metcalf spent $50,000 on a chain shaped like a diamond-covered donkey, and he even named it Donkey Kong. Yes, seriously. Instead of buying a car or something practical, he decided to get a fun, flashy piece of jewelry just because he thought it was cool. The donkey is fully iced out in diamonds and hangs proudly around his neck. It is one of the most random and ridiculous purchases an NFL player has made, but Metcalf owned it with confidence. When you have millions, why not wear a diamond donkey called Donkey Kong? But not every player spent money on chains. Some looked to the stars, literally. Ricky Williams was a top running back. After football, he followed a different path. He spent nearly $1 million to start his own astrology company. He even became a certified astrologer. He gives people birth chart readings and zodiac advice through his company, Real Wellness. Ricky says astrology helped him understand life better. Most NFL players open gyms. He opened a star business. Next, let's talk about a player who spent way too much money at a restaurant. Vince Young was a quarterback who made a lot of money in the NFL, but he also spent a lot. He once spent $5,000 to $6,000 every week at Cheesecake Factory. That adds up to over $300,000 a year just on food. He also spent money on private jets, clothes, and gifts. In the end, he ran out of money. That cheesecake bill was no joke. Let's go from restaurants to something even more flashy. When most NFL rookies sign their first $1 million deal, they go for flashy cars or diamond chains. But not Will Hernandez. The Giants' offensive lineman had something else in mind, a royal bathroom experience. His first major purchase? A $4,500 high-tech bidet toilet. We're talking heated seat, water pressure settings, air dryer, automatic lid, the works. While others were shopping for bling, Hernandez was upgrading his throne. He proudly called it the best decision ever. In a league where players blow millions on mansions and jewelry, this ridiculous yet hilarious splurge definitely stands out. Sometimes luxury starts in the bathroom. Not only that, but Aaron Hernandez also bought a life-size replica of Thanos' Infinity Gauntlet from the Avengers movies, a strange and unexpected purchase that surprised many fans. It reportedly cost him around $500. The gauntlet was gold, featured glowing infinity stones, and had moving fingers, just like in the film. He proudly kept it on display like a trophy, adding a touch of Marvel to his collection. For a tough NFL player, owning a supervillain's glove with galaxy-ending power was definitely one of his more unusual choices. Now, let's go from flashy to peaceful. Antonio Brown has a different idea. Antonio Brown made his own quiet getaway in the woods. He spent about $400,000 to build a luxury treehouse. It has a hot tub, a studio, a full kitchen, and a zip line between two trees. He uses it to relax and stay away from the noise of the world. It may be in a tree, but it's nicer than most homes. But some players don't want peace, they want to be a game flex. Juju Smith-Schuster did not just stop at gaming, he brought Grand Theft Auto to real life. The NFL star reportedly spent $170,000 to repaint and customize his car just to match his favorite GTA vehicle. That's right, every detail from the candy apple red paint job to the rims and interior glow was inspired by his virtual ride. It was like driving out of Los Santos and into the real world. While most people dream of customizing cars in a game, Juju went all in and made it reality. Now that's what you call next level gamer flex. And while some players buy crazy things, others lose them in even crazier ways. Le'Veon Bell loved jewelry. He had over $500,000 worth of chains, watches, and rings in his home. One day he left 2 girlfriends alone in his house while he went to the gym. When he came back, the jewelry was gone. He called the police, but he never got it back. That's $500,000 just vanished. Chains and rings? That's too basic. One NFL star went straight for a diamond-covered smile. Odell Beckham Jr. took things to the next level with his smile. In 2021, he spent $1.8 million on a full set of diamond teeth. He got 13 carats of real diamonds added to his top teeth, along with a custom grill for the bottom. The design had a sparkling cross on one fang, hand-cut diamonds, and even his logo built in. The work came from Dr. Thomas Connolly, a celebrity dentist who also worked with stars like Post Malone and Chris Brown. Odell showed off the look during games and warm-ups. Fans couldn't stop talking about it. If you thought diamond-covered teeth were ridiculous, wait until you hear how Tom Brady freezes himself to stay in shape. Tom Brady doesn't mess around when it comes to staying healthy. Instead of using regular ice baths, he bought a cryotherapy chamber for about $200,000. It looks like something from the future and blasts freezing air at his body down to negative 200 degrees. He uses it to reduce pain, heal faster, and stay young. It's basically a giant freezing pod that helps him recover after games. Most players buy hot tubs. But Tom? He freezes himself like a popsicle. That's what happens when you're one of the greatest of all time. You get high tech to stay on top. Brady froze himself to stay in the game longer. Meanwhile, Joe Namath was just trying to look cool, literally. Joe Namath was the original NFL showman. Back in the day, he wasn't just known for his throwing arm, he was famous for his fur coats. He had several custom-made ones, each costing over $20,000. He even wore one on the sidelines during freezing games. Cameras loved it, and fans still talk about it today. While most players wore jackets, Namath looked like a movie star. He turned the field into a fashion runway. Forget cleats, he was all about the fur. Long before Instagram and flashy chains, Joe was setting the style standard for NFL swagger. If you thought fur coats were bold, just wait until you see what the next player bought. Tom Brady spent a crazy $6 million on a custom yacht just to enjoy the Florida water and style. He even gave it a fancy name, TW12VE Angels, and made sure everything on board matched his taste, like a mansion that floats. It has sleeping rooms, luxury seating, and high-tech gadgets everywhere. Now he's selling it for almost $7 million. Most people buy a normal boat. But Tom, he bought a yacht that looks like it came from the future. Just another wild purchase from one of the richest and most famous players in NFL history. And just when you think that's the craziest thing ever, the last player bought a gauntlet. Which one of these do you think was the most ridiculous? Tell us in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and tap the bell so you don't miss the next one.